Hey everyone, this is James, and this is my 4-hour chart of Ethereum. This video, there's going to be a lot on the screen, so I'm going to minimize this as time progresses, but just bear with me for 1 second. This is ETH USD on the Bitfinex exchange. So again, it's 4 hours, 4-hour bars. It's roughly 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. All right. The reason for this craziness is that just follow the pink marker. We've been in this nice long downtrend and we're starting to work our way back up. So basically, Ethereum has been held back from the downtrend line, very similar to Litecoin. So we see Bitcoin breaking out of its downtrend. And it's done that for over a week now, and Ethereum and Litecoin are still just they're literally right there. I mean, we're only a couple bars away from really breaking out. So that's the point. The opposite direction that you see here on this blue line set, this is the positive momentum, like the positive flow of energy to see how price reacts to it. But I'm going to go ahead and remove this real quick, or I'm going to make it really light, so in that way I'll just make it white. There we go. That way we can focus our eyes a little bit better. The purple line set that you see here, focused going downward, this was a negative slope, but as you can see, if you remember from my previous video on Ethereum, you can see the slope on the purple line, like so. And you can see the degree of the red line. Now visually, you can easily tell that the purple line is closer to a horizontal plane than the red line is. So we're seeing price, instead of dropping like this, it's kind of curling like this. So that's the reason why I try to use these markers, is that way you can understand the flow of energy like I am. So we've broken out of this purple line set, so it's invalidated, it's negated, it no longer needs to be there anymore. That was just to show that what price has done now, okay, we've come down, we've kind of, increased more to our horizontal level, and now look exactly what we're at. We are at a horizontal level right here. So basically what this means is that Ethereum is building a lot of energy, and you can see that clearly right here. Look how tight the price action is right here in this zone. Okay, you can see how erratic price used to be in this market. I mean, look at these moves. These are just from here. We got 565 all the way up to 1256 roughly. So you can see how dramatic of moves Ethereum had within the market just a couple months ago. Like literally, this is January right here. So the market has changed significantly, and price is coiling because there was a lot of energy expended to the downside. So if you know anything from my videos, when price expends energy, it has to recapture that energy. And how does it recapture the energy? Through pullbacks and consolidations. That's exactly what we have here. What this tells me is that Ethereum is ready to make a move. When it does make that move, it's going to probably be a very significant move. Now, this is not investment advice, but what I can tell you is that if this line is broken, the price movement is going to be up, based on my analysis. So like I said, it's not investment advice. This is just for educational purposes. That's the whole reasoning behind my videos. It's just to help people understand price action and the flow of it, right? There's no craziness. I don't have volume charts and relative strength index all over the place and MACD indicators and simple like moving averages, exponential, blah blah blah. I don't have any of that stuff. Everything's just very simple, very basic. This is how I trade, right? My charts get a little crazier than this. Like there might be a few more lines, other things that I see within price action, but this is the overall. Like you can clearly see what price is telling you. I mean, when I zoom out right here, it doesn't matter if you've never invested a day in your life and you've never seen a chart, you can clearly see there's a downtrend, and now there's a horizontal trend. So what that means is that price is building energy to make a move. You can see how close we are to the downtrend. When the downtrend's broken, does not necessarily mean it's going to be immediately an explosive move. We're going to have to break this line and this line before Ethereum can move higher. And as that happens, I do see price reaching the 1,000 level. From the 1,000 level, I do think that at that time, Ethereum will have a deeper correction, probably something like this, or possibly like this. And then from there, we will break the 1,000 mark as long as Bitcoin. I just want to emphasize a lot that Bitcoin does dictate these markets. Everything that I've seen, whatever happens in that market typically pours over into the other markets like Ethereum and Litecoin and so forth, right? Yeah, we can get into fine details, like, they're all different purposes, blah, 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 but all I focus on is price action. That's it, okay? I keep it very, very simple in all my analysis, and what I can tell you is that when Bitcoin takes a hit, these coins take a hit or they don't move at all. So, and when Bitcoin rises, sometimes they move and sometimes they literally just stay stagnant. And Ethereum, out of the three, has been the most stagnant. It's been extremely still. And the way that I want you to think about it is, imagine if you have a vibration and this vibration is shaking, and you have a very strong vibration, and as it gets faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, it almost looks still. And that's exactly what I believe is happening in Ethereum. We are coiling and coiling and coiling and coiling and coiling. And when it's time to break out, it should be a significant move. Now, obviously, you have to be ready for both sides because there's no guarantees in trading. Otherwise, everyone would be a billionaire and you never have to leave your chair. But when it does break out, it should be a significant move. It may not immediately be a significant move, but I do think that this market is ready to break. I'm inclined to say to the upside based on the price action, based on how we came from a not vertical slope, but almost vertical slope to a change in slope and now a horizontal slope. So to me, the market almost feels like it's doing this. Exactly what we've seen in Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin did the same thing. We had the major bottom of 6,000, the rise, the little minor consolidation, and then boom, another run. So I do think that Bitcoin's going higher. As Bitcoin goes higher, Ethereum and Litecoin are going to jump in its backpack and climb up the mountain. So as that happens, we're going to see Ethereum, I believe, based on my analysis, reach the 1,000 level. As long as we break these zones. So if we don't break those zones, then this analysis is negated and it's out the window and it's more downside. So, but that's why I do these videos I try to do them every couple of days for Ethereum and Litecoin because Bitcoin typically dictates the market, and I cover Bitcoin twice a day, morning and in the evening. But I'm going to focus more on this. We're at a very crucial area on the Bitfinex chart. The same thing with Litecoin. Litecoin is literally almost identical to this. Obviously, the moves have been a little bit different, but they're both literally right here. And once they do break out, I think there's a lot of energy that's building in this zone. A lot of energy. There's a lot of people thinking the market's going to go lower, and the markets keep proving them wrong. So time after time, we're going on over 1 month and 1 week now. Once this occurs, then people are going to have the fear of missing out. They're going to want to jump in. They're going to feel, like they've been left behind at the station, and that's going to take price to like the $1,000 level and possibly even higher. And as price gets vertical, then that's when the show's going to be ready to end sometime soon. The same thing you see in Ripple. Ripple has skyrocketed today, and I can pretty much tell you that this is not a time for anybody to jump in. When you start to see price go vertical, there's a high probability it's going to return close or to the base. And as that happens, people are going to get destroyed, and they're going to feel like idiots for chasing price up relatively quick. And I can just show you, just on a chart of Ethereum, this is the same thing with all the cryptocurrencies. Look what happens when price goes vertical. Right? Price goes vertical. Wham. And you get these major runs. But look what price did. Literally. There's your proof right there, you know, and it happens. No, look at this. Look at this. Vertical, vertical, vertical. Guess what? Boom. Everybody got hammered. Right here, return. So it happens time and time again in every single vertical market. If I could literally say this every single day, and there could be a vertical market tomorrow, and people still jump and chase it all the way up, like they always do. It's just human nature. Everyone wants to be a part of it, especially who doesn't like when a bunch of people are making money. You want to make money too. Everybody's eager to invest. That's the whole purpose of this. People look at the charts and they feel like they have to invest every single day, and they drive themselves crazy. That's what retail traders do. Anyway, so you have this run up, here it is again, and boom, a return to the base. So that is exactly what I'm telling people, and that's exactly what I think is going to happen in Ripple. And yeah, there's a news event that I guess the CEO and I think somebody else is going to appear on CNBC, and you know, I'm sure they'll hype it up, and price could realistically go higher. You know, so we'll just see what happens there, but I'm telling you that when price does go vertical, there's a high probability it is going to return almost back to square one, or at least close to it. The best thing to do anytime you see price go vertical and you've missed out, who cares? You just got to walk away. You cannot hindsight trade. You'll go crazy fixating on that, and you wait for the opportunity afterward, and then you make your assessment from there. So, you know, this is not investment advice. This is education, but hopefully, you know, through these videos, you learn something. I've been doing this for over 9 years now, and I've seen a lot. I've managed a lot of money. You know, I've been a stockbroker and an investment advisor as well too. So you know, I've just learned a lot, and that's what you do when every day this is what you do, and you stare at it. So, but anyways, that's it for today. I will talk to everybody tomorrow for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Those will be in a couple days. However, they might be tomorrow depending on what happens here. So these are 4-hour bars. We could literally see the break of these downtrend lines in both Ethereum and Litecoin in about the next maybe 8 to 12 hours, possibly a little longer if we decide to kind of pull back like this. So we'll see what happens, but as we break these areas, I will have a video ready for Ethereum and Litecoin.